Hello everybody, this is StarCraft once again, bringing another video commentary from my YouTube channel. Today I'm continuing the special treat train, the ST2. I'm just gonna call it that. With another Gosu-Cast here with Zenith spawning on the top left side of Scrap Station, and his opponent Mellowday spawning as his red Zerg on the bottom right side, or the bottom right side. Right side, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. 3 o'clock position versus 12 o'clock position over here. And just a little disclaimer about the last game, how I was getting the names. That game was actually mislabeled, because it said Zenith was a Zerg player going up against a Terran player, and then I looked up the name was in Korean, so... Oh, I could probably translate it. Okay, I'll try to translate it since I haven't even uploaded the video yet. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. And Zenith here already preparing himself for a fast expansion build. And wait a minute. Wasn't this supposed to be a Terran versus Zerg? What is going on here? Oh, okay, so something's wrong with SC2 rep and the way they label their games. Either that or something's gotta be wrong. I just don't see how I could be messing up so much. I'm definitely gonna go and double check, because last game was mislabeled too. I double checked. It was Protoss versus Terran, and then the description said Zerg versus Terran. So sorry, I thought I was gonna cast a Terran game, but it looks like I'm casting another Protoss versus Zerg. Even though, didn't I just do a lot of those? No, Damaga, yeah, versus Damaga. I mean, I did a lot of those, so I was trying to not do another Protoss versus Zerg. Not my fault, guys. I completely apologize. I'm gonna cast one more game just because of this, possibly two, maybe. We'll see how my voice stands up. And looks like Mellowday over here going for a fast gas spawning pool. Possibly gonna see roaches or even speed links. And once he sees this gateway over here, he's gotta know what's going on. So I'm really curious what his reaction is going to be. Both speedlings or roaches are a good reaction to this, because you don't want to wait too long. Either that or a fast expansion of your own, but it doesn't look like that's going to be coming anytime soon. Let me take a little bit of water break here real quick. And there you go. Now I was going to say almost for a second that maybe we were going to see an expansion, because I saw a lot of minerals piling up, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. A bunch of overlords flying all over the place. They got to be careful once the stalkers start coming out. I mean, whoa, looks like an extractor here, gas steal, but is it going to really matter that much once this other nexus goes down? I don't think Zenith over here even needs that much gas, because he's probably trying to save minerals to get a nexus. So yeah, I mean, look at here. Getting his probe in position, getting a second pylon over there, possibly just to be able to have some warp-in coverage, or maybe even for cannons. And I'm actually surprised I haven't seen a forge yet. Maybe Zenith is using the advantage. Oh man, this is why I think there should have been a forge already by now, because he needs something to defend against this, and looks like a probe. Oh no, what are you doing, Mellowday? No, turn around. What are you doing? Why are you chasing this one probe? Although I guess it's a good thing you don't want to show your opponent what's going on in your base, which is nothing right now. I'm really curious what Mellowday is doing. This doesn't seem like the proper reaction. I mean, this expansion is a little bit late. probably could have afforded to not make these Zerglings set to get that expansion faster, especially because he's not doing anything with these Zerglings right now. They're just chilling here. They're just being nothing. They're wasted minerals right now. And at a time when Mellowday really cannot afford to waste minerals, although his expansion did not go that much later than the Protoss player, but you still, as a Zerg player, you want to have more expansions than a Protoss player. And finally, this Forge going down, but it's a little bit too... I mean, it's not too late, I'm sorry. This aggression is a little bit too late by the Mellowday. Yeah, he's probably going to get, you know, 200, 300, maybe 400 HP out of here. But once the Stalker gets up over here, he's going to start hitting the Zerglings, and that's it. That's as far as that aggression went down. Look at that. Not even 200 health down on these rocks. So, wow, Mellowday here. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but definitely needs to step up his game a little bit. Water spawning over here, a bunch of drones. Queen over here, I would almost recommend a second queen, though. He looks like he's going for a lair. Possibly be going for a Mutalisk. That's something that I think would be a smart choice right now, since he pretty much is limited to the things that he can do right now. And going all in Mutalisk seems like a... not a good option, but pretty much the only option. And wow, hallucination being researched. Was that on purpose? I hope it was. I'm definitely going to be very happy if I see some hallucinations, and it smells, something smells funny. It smells like girl shampoo. And I'm pretty sure a girl doesn't live in my apartment. I'm pretty sure I would know about that if that was the case. And speed kicking in here for the Zerglings, but what are they gonna do really? They're just running around. Wasted minerals, wasted larva, wasted potential, and gotta go ahead scout, which good thing. I mean, good thing that they're scouting around the map, but really, I mean, if Zenith expanding over here, it'd be so suicidal to try to expand here as well. Although if you did see my game between the Maga and Huck, not to spoil anything, but you should definitely go take a look at that. Very interesting game. And what else is going on here? Not a lot going on. +1 attack going for Zenith. And what did Mellowday finally Hydralisk? Wow. Okay, well, maybe he can make that work. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that is the best option here, but I am not the pro level player. I am not playing against Zenith. I am not anywhere near that. I'm not even #1 in my division. So, wow, Corrupt going down here on the Nexus, but probably the Forge a better option. But it does not have the energy anymore, not to mention this cannon is dangerously close to that forge, and this is still enough space for a Stalker to get by. I mean, I think even an Immortal could possibly fit through there, and whoa, a Phoenix coming out. Okay, so it's always cool to see a hallucinated unit, although normally I like it to be more than just Phoenix. A lot of players use this just for scouting, especially right now. It just gave itself away because it attacked, and that Overseer probably took no damage. Again, attacking and taking no damage. Just gonna use it for scouting. Now he sees the Hydralisk, now he sees the expansion. He knows just how saturated this is. He's gonna go ahead and continue scouting, make sure that there are no hidden expansions over here, no expansions at the gold. And yeah, I mean, good scouting team. Whoa, he didn't even actually scout down here. That's kind of a little bit of blunder, I would say, especially since that Phoenix is almost dead. What is he really gonna do? Try to attack a unit? Come on, let's be serious here. And a couple of gateways going down here. Kind of an odd place to put them. Although if he does get dropped in his main base, it's gonna make it a lot harder to what do you call it? Stop the production from the Protoss player, because the gateways are so spread out. I mean, it's a 4-gate build with Council Tech and what do you call it, Hallucination, and there goes this. There we go. That's a smart thing to do. Go ahead and scout the gold. You don't want to just, you know, assume there's nothing there, because it doesn't look like the Zerg player has much. And a couple of spine crawlers going down here. I don't know if the Zerg player should be taking these rocks down. There are a lot of Stalkers here, so not the best choice against Hydralisk, but there are definitely not enough Hydralisks here, I think, to take on this army by the Protoss player. And if is Blink coming? I would imagine Blink is coming as well. There you go. Blink is coming. The supply is very close right now, and excuse me, what game am I? Zenith, there you go. I almost said Fruit Seller for a second. Zenith here is going to scout these Hydralisks. He's going to see that these rocks are almost down, so he's already moving his units, trying to get a concave, and so many Stalkers. Why is he going so Stalker heavy? Is charge research? No. So I guess he's going to go mass Stalker from 4-gate, which is one of my least favorite builds. Probably the build I hate the most from the Protoss player. And this Overlord, this Overseer going to poop a little bit of Contaminator, whatever it is. I think it's corrupt. Contaminator, is it corrupt? I forget. It's one of those two. It's switched between the Corruptor and then the Overseer, so I always forget which one's which. And a couple of roaches coming out here, and oh man, I really think, what's his name? Mellowday here has to be a little bit more aggressive in expanding. There we go. An expansion going down here at the gold, but a little bit risky as well. I mean, his opponent definitely knows that there's nothing here right now, so he probably thinks he's probably safe from any expansions going down there. And another Phoenix, possibly gonna scout this. I don't know. I mean, looks like the pathing. Nope, he's scouting the wrong way. So good that he's scouting, but also you want to make sure you scout the whole map. Looks like he's going to go back into the base here, make sure what's going on. Another hatchery going down here, because there's going to be an income boost over here, and this is, I think, a better decision by Mellowday, because I mean, he's been kind of lucky that the Zenith has not been aggressive, but this is a better decision, I think, because he's kind of just turtling a little bit, getting the advantage, getting this third hatchery, right here, where he can reinforce very quickly. It looks like he's going for either Infestors or possibly even going just into Ultralisk or Brute Lords, although Brute Lords I don't think so, because we don't even have a Spire out yet so far in this game, and possibly could use to spread the creep out a little bit more. Kind of interesting how he just started spreading the creep over here and is going to go ahead and do it over there. These Overlords, not quite sure where they're headed. Maybe mis-rallied with this group of units. Not quite sure, but they need to be careful. They're getting into very, very dangerous territory over there. And where are the units? Oh, okay. I thought they were moving for an attack, but it doesn't look like they are anymore. And these overlords, oh, okay, so they're gonna spread the creep a little bit more. Just like I was saying, the creep spreading could be using a little bit of work, and so many stalkers. Oh, I hate this many stalkers. I just, as much of a Protoss player as I can be, I just don't like the stalker heavy armies. And really, what is coming out? Okay, Colossus. I'm gonna say if Zenith is not making anything higher tier than stalkers, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble right now, because we've got one level 2 attack, range attack for the Zerg player coming, as well as Carapace. So those units, those Zerg Hydralisk combinations is going to be very strong, and looks like Zenith here is going to go for an expand, and I'm a little bit disappointed in how much action has gone on here. This must have been a popular map for me to download it, and I'm pretty sure I screened it at some point, but I just don't really remember, so not a lot of action. Apologies for that, but it looks like we're going to see the first attack over here. The Zerg player definitely wants to get us around on the opposing enemy army units, and right now it doesn't look like he's going to be able to. If they engage right now in the choke, it's not going to happen. It looks like this battle is going to start happening, and those stalkers are just kind of chilling. They're not doing anything. Gonna force field all these units, gonna destroy these roaches. These units need to back up a little bit because its Colossus might not have range right now, but if they range, no, they do have range 9, so they're going to be able to just pound these units away from a safe distance, and now these stalkers acting like a wall for the Colossus, and oh my goodness, what is Mellowday doing? He needs to retreat. He cannot address this right now. He's not even attacking any of the units himself, and just barely now being able to move past those force fields, and 3 Colossus now. 3 Colossus is pretty much one-shot Hydralisk, I think. It is like 60 damage. Okay, 3 Colossus do not one-shot it, but still they do so much damage. Look at that, how many Hydras are just burning back and forth over here. These units are going to bust, and Mellowday forced to call GG, and wow, that wasn't one of the most exciting games I've ever seen, but that last battle was definitely pretty good, but I mean, I already casted this game, so I guess I might as well upload it. And something got cancelled over here. I took off the production tab because it was in the way of the battle, and looks like Zenith was getting his expansion over here, and this expansion just barely kicking in. Wow, not even saturated for Mellowday. So Mellowday being a little bit too passive, not responding fast enough to what his opponent was doing, and wow, double robo bay here for Zenith, and even 2 more gateways. So it's going to be a lot of army right now, and I'm just kind of looking at the graphic effects there, the ambient lighting, whatever you want to call it. Ambient occlusion looks pretty cool. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you didn't, I apologize. I'm going to try to make sure I screen the next game I cast before I do cast it. I thought this was pretty good. Definitely very popular. I really don't download any maps that are not popular, so not sure why this one was pretty popular. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please check out my other videos on my channel. Check out my playlist. If you're not subscribed, please done so. It helps me a lot. It does a lot for me, even though it's such a simple thing. It's just one click. And if you're one of those people who doesn't have an account, please just make one and, you know, support me and all the other commentators you might be watching or not. And that's another thing. You should check out the other commentators' channels. They got some pretty interesting stuff. And what else? I think that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. I'm going to stop talking right now, and I'm going to see you guys next time, and have a good day, guys.